Hey there Stampers, and welcome to Simple Card Sunday. Today I'm going to show you how to make this fun birthday card. I received a card like this in a swap. It was by Nicole Keefe, and it's what inspired me to do this. So today for our card, we're going to use the beautiful Blooms and Bliss designer paper. Check out how pretty these are. Okay, so like this, and look at the backs. I love this paper. Love it, love it, love it. In the pack you get sheets that are these colors, and then you also get some sheets that are Rich Razzleberry, Blushing Bride, and Sweet Sugar Plum. It's a gorgeous pack of designer paper for sure. So I've just cut my designer paper into 4 by 1 inch strips, and I have them here ready to go. Okay, so I've got these ones. So I just have one more to cut this one here. So I'm just going to show you how I do that. You're going to want to trim your designer paper into 4-inch strips to start with. And then you're just going to put it into your trimmer, and you're going to line it up here at the 1-inch mark right here. Okay. There's a 1-inch mark on this side as well that you could use too. And just trim. And there you go. So there's my strips of designer paper ready to go for that card. And I'll move these out of the way. Alright, so I have a piece of 4 1/4 by 11 Island Indigo cardstock, and I'm just going to fold that in half as well and give it a nice crease along the bottom there. Okay, so that's going to be our card base. I'm going to set that aside because we're not going to need that for a while. And then I have a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 Sahara Sand cardstock. So let's stick the strips of designer paper onto the cardstock. And today I'm going to use Fast Fuse to do that. I know usually I use snail in the videos, but I love Fast Fuse. So I wanted to show you guys. Now I do have a video, snail versus Fast Fuse, where you can see the difference between the two. So if you search through my YouTube channel, you'll see that. I'm just going to show you today. I use it all the time. So you're going to remember, you don't need to push really hard. And when you get to the end, you just do like a little check. Okay, and it's crazy sticky. I love how sticky it is. Alright, so we're just going to put that one on. Then we're going to do this sort of watercolory one. Okay, so remember, don't push really hard at all. Just gentle pressure. Alright, the floral one now. So if you don't do that little check at the end, you get like a long line of adhesive. It looks like a goober or something. I have boys, so a lot of things in my life end up looking like boogers. Mom of boys. Okay, so there's our last one right there. All our pieces are on like that. So I found the easiest step next is to stamp your sentiment on it. I'm going to make this a birthday card this week. You could make it whatever sentiment you want. I'm using the Balloon Celebration stamp set. This is a photopolymer set. It's a set of 28, and I'm going to use this happy birthday here. Now these images are shown smaller than they actually are on the stamp set here. So I've gone ahead and already got it out, and I have it on my block. I'm using block H for this. And I'm going to use Island Indigo ink to stamp it down. Okay, so open that up. Remember, just gentle tap, tap, tap. Especially with the photopolymer sets, you can see exactly where the ink is. So you don't have to push really hard at all. And then we're simply going to stamp down our happy birthday like so. There we go. Alright, that is all the stamping we're going to do on this card. This is a great card for using up scraps of DSP. Fabulous card for that. Alright, so I'm going to put some linen thread on it to finish it off because I think that it looks nice. The mint macaron ribbon that we have would also look beautiful on this card. So I'm just going to wrap it around a few times. Like so, and grab my snips and give it a snip. Alright, so we'll set that aside. And then what I like to do rather than trying to tie a bow like this where I want it to stay nice and tight to my card, I tie it in a knot first. And that way I know that it's nice and tight against my card and I don't have to worry about it being really loose or anything. And then I'll tie my bow over top the knot. Okay, so just like that. And then to tie my bow, I make one loop. That twisted. I make a loop like this. With my other tail, I go around behind it and I push the push it through the hole. And then I've got a bow. And it works. I'm going to say 95% of the time. Okay, so I'm just going to push this up on my card a little bit, like so. So I want my bow up high here. All right, and I'm going to trim my tails, but just a little bit. I want them to be quite long on this card. I like the look of that with the watercolory look of the paper. It just kind of is kind of flowy. Okay, so bring my card base back. I'm going to put my snips away. To stick it on the card base, I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm just going to make sure this is nice and straight on there. Flip it over and let's put some dimensionals on the back. So I like to do one in each corner and one in the middle, like so. And remember the trick, if you're having a hard time getting the backing off your dimensionals, just push the middle with your thumbnail and it will peel right off. Super easy. It kind of just releases it from the edges. Like that. Alright, let's make sure that we're putting it on the right way. And just stick it on. And there you go. Our simple card for today is done. So I made another one with the other colors in the pack. Let me show you what that one looks like. Looks like that. So I used Rich Razzleberry for the base and I used Blushing Bride Baker's Twine instead of the linen thread. The rest of it is the same. So you can see this paper is absolutely gorgeous. You definitely need to check it out in real life. The catalog doesn't do it justice. And it has like masculine and feminine kind of colors in it. So I love it. I hope you enjoyed Simple Card Sunday today and stamping along with me to make some cards. This is a fantastic layout that you could use for all kinds of occasions and all kinds of designer paper. So have a look at my blog, lastamper.blogs.com, and make sure you look for Simply Blooms and Bliss, and you will find some other examples of cards using other designer paper. Thanks so much for watching today. We'll see you next time.